first 9 field goals. How much did that set the tone for the first half?
It's funny. The thing I haven't been able to really get from this team is consistency on both ends. That's something we're working towards. But I thought we came out. Our second half splits have been off the charts for offensive and defense, and something we've been concentrating on is getting out to better starts. We did that against Canisius, and then we did that today again. Against Canisius, though, we let them back in. But today I thought we sustained it, really sharing the basketball. I think we had 12 or 9 assists at halftime. I can't remember. We really did a great job of sharing the basketball. We finished with 16 for the game, but I thought that was the key, our unselfishness, really sharing the basketball. We got 4 guys in double figures, and that was a big part of our success today.
Coach, you mentioned there have been a lot of close games this year. Instead of 4-4, you could easily be 6-2, 7-1. Who knows?
Yeah.
Is that kind of like the way that you look at it?
No, see, I like being this way. Unless you're going to dominate, unless you're going to come out and be 9-1, I like being where we are, because what happens is you just get better and you get better. And human nature is you see a team 4-4, you say, okay, we're going to beat them. You're going to exhale. You see a team like Monmouth's not sneaking up on anyone. Iona's not sneaking up on anyone. It's just not. I'm not saying we're going to sneak up on anyone, but in the same breath, I'm okay with getting cut now. I'm okay with a black eye now. I'm okay with that now, as long as, like, we've had 3 games. You look at the Niagara game, you look at the Canisius game, and you look at the Columbia game, where it's come down to basically the last possession of the game. We've come out in the short stick of that. Well, I've been doing this long enough to know eventually you get those. So let's just hope we get them at the right time, and that's how I think. So I'm a little disturbed in that sense, but that's how I look at it.
Right after the Siena game, we were talking about keeping everybody happy and bringing the culture on the defensive end. Give up 64 points and only 2 3-pointers to Niagara, while getting 4 double figures offensively. Is that what you consider typical Manhattan basketball?
I mean, it's a typical Manhattan basketball. We could get a lot better. Right now, we're going through growing pains, as Coach said. You know what I mean? So we have to get the other guys, the younger guys, ready, and we'll be fine. It's just growing pains right now, but we're getting slowly and slowly better to where we need to be.
Shane and RaShawn, you guys both had a solid game from the three-point line. I know defense is key for this team, but on the offensive end, getting the three-pointers to go in, how important is that?
It's very important, you know, but our main focus is defense. Defense wins championships, you know. Offense just gets you the points to try to keep you in the game, but defense wins the games. Defense wins championships, man. That's our motto.
Pretty much what RaShawn just said. It helped to get us out to that early start, but I think to get stops defensively really helps our offense on the other end. So the more stops we get, the more momentum we get going into the offensive end.
This one's for everybody with Monmouth coming in on Thursday and their roster. When you look at them, do you see maybe a little bit of first championship team here when you look at the makeup of that roster and all the depth and the talent they have?
No, I think they're a terrific team. I think King Rice is Coach of the Year in this conference. I think they have really good players, and I haven't seen much of them. And I'm not just saying that. I mean, I've seen a couple of their games. King's a dear friend, and I have so much respect for them and the job he's done, and how I think the way he's built that program is a phenomenal blueprint. I don't see similarities because I think both of our teams, we were more of a frontline dominated team. That's where we, Emmy, AP, Ramel. That's where we've had success, which the MAC hasn't really seen teams do that. This has been a guard league, and we've kind of changed it. We've had great guards in Mike and RaShawn, Shane, and different guys, but I think they're their own team. I think they have their own identity, and I think King has done a great job of putting his stamp on that program. I do see the depth, and I do see their style, and they get out in the break, but they're just a really good basketball team. That's what I see.
Coach, because of the injuries earlier in the year, you had to juggle a lot with the lineups, but there's been a bit of consistency there. I think this is like the 6th game where you go with the same starting lineup.
Yeah.
What have you seen from these 5 guys?
I think Akilo we're still waiting for. He actually did some really good things tonight that I was happy with. Zane is coming into his own. He's understanding who he is now. He's got to get to a double-double guy every night. He's got to get to where he's a 12-9, 12-10 guy every night. And he's getting there. And I know what I'm getting with Tyler and RaShawn. Tyler, I'm a little disappointed in. Tyler, I've seen Tyler lock up some of the best players in the country in high school. I've seen him lock up some guys even at the collegiate level, and I think he's lost a little bit of his identity. He's having so much success offensively. I think he's tops in the conference with AJ and assists. He's got to get back to being the blue-collar kid he is. RaShawn, to my left, has got to get back to the demeanor of not taking plays off. I'm asking them to do it. They have to do it, and Shane's got to do a better job rebounding. So there's a lot of areas for improvement for those guys, but I'm happy with what they're giving us. We understand we're undermanned. We're only playing 7, 8 guys. That's not what we've ever done here. We always play 10 or 11. But we're doing a good job adjusting and changing as we go. And we might have a surprise or two coming up.